Here we are, welcome back to the channel for another video on GT7, and we're looking at the latest time trial to earn you your 2 million credits. As usual, go into sport mode, from there click onto your online time trials. We scroll across, we've already done the Red Bull Ring in the brand new Porsche Mission X23, so a few days left on that one, so check that one out if you haven't checked that one out already. But we're going to concentrate on the brand new one, which is at Grand Valley in the Honda S2000. So on the bottom right, we're going to rent the specified car. Click on the green arrow, click on the car itself, and we can choose from all these different colours. We're going to choose black. Click on the colour you want, press OK, and away we go. So to earn you your 2 million credits, you need a lap time of 2 minutes 15.884 for gold. For 1 million credits, a lap time of 2 minutes 18.523 for silver. And for 250,000 credits, a lap time of 2 minutes 25.119 to get your bronze. For this one, assists, we're running traction control on 0, counter steer we've got off, and ABS we're running on default. So let's have a look at the lap itself to see if we can do our best to get you these 2 million credits. So we're coming down the big long straight, we're going to stay to the left hand side, we're going to use the Ghost from P3 or P4 in the world as a reference. We want to stay tight to the left hand side as we can. We're looking out for that 300 board on the left hand side. We're braking just before we get to 300 board. We don't want to brake in too late into this corner because the car will slide quite a lot. So as you come off those brakes, we're going to stay in third gear. You can see the car will get a little bit of a slide on. But look how early we are on the accelerator. And brave it out on the exit. Get as close to that barrier on the left hand side as you dare. For these fast S's, we're not going to use the brake at all, so stay to the left hand side as we use the shadow on the road as a reference. When we get past this shadow, all we're going to do is come off the throttle. So you can see there we're just coming off, no brake at all. We're easing ourselves into this corner, nice smooth with the steering. As early as you can on the accelerator, stay to the left hand side as well, full throttle. And for this next downhill section, we're looking at the braking at the 400 board. As we get level with that, we're going to hit the brakes hard. We're going to come down to second gear. But if you release the brakes, the car will turn in quite nicely. We get a good exit here as well. So we release the brakes, the car turns in nice. And you're going to accelerator nice and careful. Don't go flat out with the accelerator. The car will spin. It's quite loose on the back end. This car is, so be very careful. Next one, we're looking for that 100 board. When we pass there, all we're going to do is come off the accelerator and let the car just rotate round. As we come kind of out into the shadows, into the sunshine, all we're going to do is hit the brakes, about 50% of the brake. Difficult one to get right, this one. The car will kind of come round on you, quite loose. Stay on the inside of both these corners. As the car kind of straightens up, you're going to hit the brakes into third gear, get as close to this right hand side as possible, but be careful not to get all four wheels inside of that white line because your lap will be invalidated. Next one, we're looking out for the Grand Valley Highway sign. As we go underneath there, it's going to hit the brakes into second gear. Come off again, let the car rotate round. And be careful and nice and gentle on the accelerator as we come out of that corner in second gear. Get a bit of a slide on there, so we lost a little bit of time, but not too bad. Next braking zone, we're looking at that 100 board on the right hand side. We're braking just as we reach that 100 board. In third gear, we're going to come down to second. Nice to let this car slide in this corner. And you want to stay as tight to this left hand side as possible. You begin be careful not to go all four wheels across the left hand side of those white lines. As the car straightens up, we're just letting go in the accelerator, not hitting the brakes. And I kind of use this board on the right hand side here as a reference of when to accelerate. So that's what we'll be aiming for, like the apex of the corner. As soon as we hear that, we know we can get on our throttle. Again, use all the exit. Nice little run down this little straight into this really tricky last section now. We're going to lose a lot of time in this last section. So we're looking at that 100 board on the left hand side. We want to be braking again just before there in a straight line. Go down to third gear, and then we're going to come down to second. And this one here, I think it's better if you come down to the gears slowly. Don't come down the gears too fast because the car will skip out of you. Stay to the right hand side, and you see as we're coming out of the tunnel, the tarmac actually changes colour. So as we kind of come across that section of pavement, we're going to hit the brakes, come down to second. Then we're going to change up to third, and be careful to stay away from these cones. Hit these cones and your lap will be invalidated. We're staying in the third gear. Again on the right hand side, stay clear of these cones. Get as close to them as you dare. Difficult one to go right this last corner. And make sure that you're keeping two wheels to the right hand side of that white line as well. So an important one to get right, because you are flat out now all the way to the start finish. Nice and easy. Stay to the left hand side as you approach the tunnel. Just as you go into that tunnel, you're going to be turning right. Nice and smooth with the steering. Change up to 5th at about 114, 115 mile an hour. And stay to the left hand side for the shortest distance to the line. All the hard work's done, and we come across the line for 2 minutes and 13.155. So a fairly decent lap. At the time of recording, it put us P16 in the world. So fairly happy with that, but I can't see the world record coming down too much. So I think that goal was safe, maybe shaving a few tenths off it, but as long as you get within that 2:15, whatever you need for that goal, I think you'll be safe on this one. So as we look at the chase cam, you can see if this first corner we're coming off those brakes, let the car rotate around a little bit, stand inside, nice and early on accelerating, use all the exit, careful not to touch the barrier on the left of the exit, that will be invalidated. These S's, we stay to the left hand side. As we go under that bridge, all we're doing is releasing the accelerator. Let the car rotate in nicely. This is a difficult one, it's downhill hairpin. Very difficult to get this one right, but if you come off the brakes, the car will rotate in quite nicely, which allows you then to get an accelerator. And this car is quite slidey. I think with the help of, if you are struggling with this one, maybe counter steer assist will help you. I normally will run counter steer on cars like this, but I think for this one, without counter steer, it does help the car turn in quite nicely. You sometimes feel these corners like this one here, you need the car to slide in. I think counter steer just stops you doing that. So running counter steer off allowed me to kind of attack the corners a bit more. And with this one coming up especially, if you come down to 3rd and 2nd, the car will drift in quite nice, which then allows you to kind of stay tight to the left hand side. For this one, all you do is come to the accelerator, you're looking for that board on the right. As soon as you see that, that's the apex we're looking for, that's when we hit the gas. So quite a long lap, and it's quite easy to make a lot of mistakes this one. So like I said, if you are struggling, counter steer may help you, maybe even TC on one if you're not that confident with this car. But once you get used to it, it's not a bad little car to drive. This corner I find the hardest the hardest on the track. Really difficult to get this one right. The exit on here, it's easy for the back end to come out and you lose all that run on the back straight. So try and be nice and smooth on that last chicane. That's it guys, let me know if this does help you. Like and subscribe to the channel. We do a lot more of these, as well as we do daily race track guides. We're in the RTR League race at the minute, which are actually currently leading the championship. But I'm not sure for how long, as we've got some rapid guys behind us chasing us down. But as usual, we'll leave you with the replay. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one. Laters.